4. Nothing. That means the station season is over. Central will advance to play the Tigers. Both Auburn and Central will both play in regional play, everything after this. But we have to determine an area champion first for seeding. So here is where we're at. Central has 1 loss in the tournament. Auburn has none. It's a double elimination tournament. So first, Auburn would only have to win 1 game against Central to give Central their 2 losses. Central would have to beat Auburn twice. Of course, we'd have a doubleheader, a game right after this for Central. So it's going to be a big one for the Tigers. Hannah Pitts and Ella Davis both pitched. Yesterday, Central only had 1 game, but they had one earlier today. So the pitching will be something you're going to want to look for in this one. So, of course, my pick is Auburn, but we're going to have so much here on AHS Mass Media. Noah Gardner, Braden Gentry will have the call for you. We're going to have the starting lineups and more coming up in just a little bit here on AHS Mass Media.
It's now time to meet your 2021 Auburn High School varsity softball team. Number 1, Kylie Dixon. Number 5, Hannah Pitts. Number 6, Kate Thornell. Number 7, Ella Doyle. Number 9, Marley Leard. Number 11, Olivia Nay. Number 12, Micaiah Thorman. Number 13, Ansley Plan. Number 19, Shelby Owsley. Number 23, Adrian Meadows. Number 24, Jaden Jordan. Number 32, Lane Johnson. Number 35, Alicia Conway. Number 44, Ellie Davis. Your 2021 Auburn High School women's varsity softball team is coached by Matthew Hendricks.
Tonight's presentation of AHSAA softball playoffs is presented by AHS Mass Media. Tonight's matchup is between the Central Red Devils and your Auburn High School Tigers. It's now time for first pitch on AHS Mass Media and the NFHS network.
Live from Auburn High School, the site of the 7A Area 4 Softball Tournament Championship between the Auburn Tigers and the Red Devils. Double elimination format with Auburn just needing one win to take the area crown. Noah Gardner and Braden Gentry with you in the broadcast booth for tonight's championship as these two teams are about ready to go. Auburn won the coin toss before the matchup to win the rights to the home side dugout and to be the first in the field tonight. And starting in the center circle for the Tigers will be a pitcher yesterday who started against Central in Game 2 of Day 1 of the area tournament. It's Hannah Pitts, and she had 14 strikeouts in yesterday's matchup. She will toe the rubber today. 20 games this season. She has appeared in 11-3 record, 2 saves, 91.67 innings pitched. Opponents are only batting .125 against her. She's got a .567 whip and an astronomically low 0.53 ERA. 175 strikeouts on the season. Once again, at just 91 2/3 innings pitched. You got to imagine she could get pretty close to 200 tonight.
Yeah, with that .53 ERA and shutting him out last night, I like the chances that she might do it again tonight.
Due up in the order to start off the first inning for Central. It'll be center fielder Kristen White, shortstop Garrett Griggs, and second baseman Madison Hurt. After that, it'll be designated player Lane Thaxton, first baseman Bria Allen, third baseman Allie Supan, right fielder Haley Jernigan, catcher Lily Hunt, and left fielder McKinnon Howard. First pitch to White is off the plate for a called ball. 1-0 count from Pitts. This one lined out into right field for a single to lead off the ball game. Kristen White will take first base.
Next up, number 7, Garrett Griggs.
No hitter already broken up.
Good to get that out of the way early. They're bringing the right fielder in at second base, looks like.
Shortstop Garrett Griggs will come up to the plate now for Central, and on the season we will take a look at her hitting statistics. Garrett Griggs batting .483 in the order for Central. She'll show bunt, pull back, called strike at the plate. She's behind now 0-1.
Patrick, she's waving at you. Hand it to me. I'll talk to her.
Pitts ahead 0-1, shows bunt again at the plate is Griggs, and the count will now even up at 1-1.
What's that? You really see they're valuing their runners right there, trying to get her over to second right now.
Oh yeah.
Bunt leads to a pop-up towards the Auburn dugout. Drops in safely. Still alive at the plate is Griggs.
Like the top of the
1-2 is the count with a runner over at first. Kristen White with that leadoff single. Kristen White on the year at the plate. White hitting .649 on the season.
He'll switch between cameras when he needs to. So I'll try to keep
Griggs will stand back in.
but
Defensive shift
just keep doing what you're doing.
from the Tigers as the slap hitting Griggs fouls away yet again. You've got 3 players on the right side of the infield, one of which an outfielder. They bring Jaden Jordan in the infield to close up the gap.
You can really see her trying to pitch her in, trying to get a ground ball going that way to maybe get a double play.
Pitts on the 1-2 off the plate. Count goes to 2-2 now. Pitts will get her signal from the dugout. Toes the rubber yet again. Pitts in the dirt. The count goes full now. Look at Auburn's defensive alignment tonight behind home plate. Alicia Conway from left to right of the infield over at third. It's Makaira Thurman. At shortstop, Kate Thornell. Second base, Shelby Owsley. And at first base, Ellie Davis. In the outfield from left to right, you've got Adrian Meadows in left field. In center field, Lang Johnson. And in right field, Jaden Jordan. It's your defensive alignment tonight for the Auburn Tigers. And once again, Hannah Pitts in the center circle as there's a conversation taking place here. It appears Hannah Pitts is having a discussion with her head coach, possibly about the wristband, whether or not there's some type of discrepancy on the wristband. They're about to exchange possibly signal cards here. They are. They're taking out the index card in the other one and now putting it in Pitt's armband this time.
Yeah, those last 2 pitches kind of crossed up Alicia. You can see she was set up inside, both going away. And
May very well actually have been a new card put into Conway's wristband. So Conway now, I believe, is the one who got the new index card, the new signal sheet. And the count is full at 3-2. So maybe now Auburn's got everything sorted out, the full count. And it's a walk. Garrett Griggs will get on base as the 6th pitch of the at-bat is in the other batter's box.
Now to plate number 2, Madison Hurt.
Jaden Jordan heads back to right field as they go back. Playing Ellie Davis a little bit closer.
Just the 13th walk of the season from Hannah Pitts there at the plate. Madison Hurt, the second baseman for Central, will stand in now. She takes called ball to open up the count, just a tad bit low. Madison Hurt on the year, batting .360 with 27 RBI, 4th on the team in that category. 5th, excuse me. Chance to cash in here. They've brought Davis in to the interior part of the infield in front of the first base bag. Bunted down, this one to Pitts. Pitts will glove, throw over to first in time for the first out of the first inning, but at the plate, Hurt will do her job and advance the runners to third and second.
Now up to bat number 11, Lane Thaxton.
See if Hannah can show off her ace pitching and see if she can get out of this unscathed.
Lane Thaxton, the designated player, wearing number 11, has a .376 batting average on the year with 32 RBI. Just 8 runs scored though. Her teammates not returning the favor. Low rise goes inside and gets the called strike against Thaxton. It's surrounded at second and third by Central base runners. This is put on the left side of the diamond. Thurman will look off her runner at second. Throws it over to first. Davis will get the out and then chunk the ball to second, and it comes out of the outstretched glove over at second base and into the outfield. 2 outs in the inning, and advancing on an errant throw from second to third is Garrett Griggs. Coming home to score is Kristen White. So Central breaks the deadlock, jumps out on Auburn and scores a run here early.
Already scored more than they did yesterday on it.
You're alluding to the shutout yesterday thrown by Pitts where she had 14 strikeouts. I believe it was a 2-hitter as well. Going back to my score sheet from yesterday, 3-hitter.
I wonder, she did pitch the second game, but not the first game like Ellie did, and how maybe not right now, but maybe later fatigue might set in, how that could be a factor in this game. They're throwing just under 12 hours ago. Definitely under 12 hours ago.
Bria Allen is the new hitter at the plate. In the 5 spot in the order, the first baseman with a 1-1 count with 2 outs. Just a tad bit inside to Allen. And now the count is 2-1. Garrett Griggs over at third base. She reached on a walk. Pitts has been able to sit down the last 2 batters in the lineup after the first 2 were able to reach base. Let's see if she can get it out here and leave somebody stranded. A rise ball gets a swing and a miss, and the count evens up at 2-2. Allen with 39 RBI on the season has a chance to make it 40 right here. 391 hitter at the plate. Sees low rise, pops it up opposite field. Jordan only has to move over a couple of feet. It gets the final out of the top of the first inning. Central will leave 1 stranded. They have 1 hit. 1 player reaches on a walk, and they score 1 run in the inning. Auburn trailing 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the first inning. Their first time at the plate, due up on the other side of this break. Noah Gardner and Braden Gentry back with you at Auburn High School for the area championship between Auburn and Central. Bottom of the first inning, Central 1, Auburn 0. As Auburn comes up to the plate for the first time tonight. We'll get you their order in just a moment as Libby Miles will get the start for Central. And she misses on her first pitch to Lang Johnson, who leads it off for the Tigers. Libby Miles, the starting pitcher for Central tonight. The junior with a 5.44 ERA and a 1-0 record this season. Yesterday she came in relief for 5 innings and shut things down against Auburn, who got up to a 6-0 lead. She only gave up 1 run on 3 hits, had 4 strikeouts and 5 innings of relief. And she'll get the start here facing Lane Johnson, who was 1 for 4 yesterday against Central with a single and an RBI. Center fielder will show bunt and puts it perfectly down third baseline, and Lane Johnson, the throw wasn't even necessary. She's reaching on a single.
Now batting for your Auburn Tigers, number 24.
Any better. Speed, she made it there. Easy.
Lang Johnson will have a leadoff single for the Tigers as the right fielder, Jaden Jordan, will stand in. Jordan 0 for 2 yesterday with 2 walks and 2 runs scored.
And that 1-2 punch with Lang and Jaden, they are the only two people on the team to have a triple this entire year.
Slap hit opportunity here from Jordan. She swings over the top of the ball that dives. 1-1 is the count now with no outs. And Lang Johnson over at first. Each of these pitchers no hit bid broken up in the first at bat of the ball game. Shows bunt on a rise ball that was coming inside. Jordan's hustling. She can't make it over in time to first as the throw beats her for the first down, but she will do just her job. She gets encouragement from her coaching staff. She moves Lang Johnson from first to second. Small ball, the name of the game here early between these two teams.
Now we got a runner in scoring position for the power hitting McKyra. She has 9 home runs in the year, the most on the team.
Kyra Thurman this season. We'll get you her hitting statistics in just a moment as she pops up to opposite field. That one a couple of feet in front of the warning track. And the fly ball will move Lang Johnson from second to third as Thurman will head back to the dugout with 2 outs in the
Now
end.
batting for your Auburn Tigers, number 5, Hannah Pitts.
Just got under that one just a little bit as that one sunk on her a little bit and had some good warning track power, so we had to get her in third.
4th spot of the order, batting cleanup. The pitcher, Hannah Pitts, with a chance to bring one back for herself on the scoreboard. On the chalk of her own batter's box. She's ahead in the count 1-0. Yesterday, Hannah Pitts 1 for 4 with a walk, a single, and a run scored. She scored in the first inning yesterday against Central. And she lines one up, sends it out to center field. It's headed towards the back wall and hits off the top of it. One runner will score, and she comes over to second. Stand-up double for Hannah Pitts, who launches one out into center field.
A few more feet and that one was out of here. Looked like the center fielder thought that one was out herself.
Now batting for your
And they will
Auburn
run
Tigers,
for
number 19,
Hannah Pitts
Shelby
and bring
Owsley.
Ansley Plant over to second base to pinch run. To the 5th spot of the order, Shelby Owsley, the second baseman, will stand in now. Owsley batting .344 on the year. She sees off speed first pitch, fouls it up and over the top netting. 0-1. Owsley this year batting .344 with 25 RBI in the heart of the order. Swings underneath yet again. She's behind quickly 0-2. Miles takes 2 pitches to take control of the count. Owsley yesterday 2 for 4 with a single, a double, an RBI, and 2 runs scored. We'll see what she can do here. The 0-2 pitch stays alive, fouls it away.
She had that great at bat yesterday, having I think at least over 10 pitches that resulted in her getting a walk eventually. See if she can do it again.
I actually believe what you're referring to is the double in the 7th inning.
Ah,
She ended up coming around to score in that 7th inning for insurance. Almost entirely out of the opposite batter's box. Stays alive in the count still, 1-2.
see if she can drive this runner in and get this runner in scoring position.
Look at Central's defensive alignment. Hunt behind home plate, Supan at third, Griggs at short, Hurt at second, Allen at first, Howard, White, and Jernigan from left to right in the outfield. Foul ball to the Auburn dugout. On the ground, chopping away. Owsley showcasing yet again discipline at the plate. With a tie ball game here, Auburn and Central in the area championship. 1-1 is your score. If Auburn wins, it's over. They're the area champions. Central wins, we go to a game 2 tonight. Pulls one hard back towards the Auburn dugout yet again. Owsley still with a 1-2 count. That's right, if Auburn wins this ball game, they're the area champions. Central wins, will play game 2. That would be approximately at 9 p.m. tonight. 15-minute reset between the two. Owsley barely fouls away underneath.
Coming up, she's about to throw her 8th pitch in this at-bat. See if we can get that pitch count up, maybe drop her out of here, because the other pitchers Auburn's been teeing off on, but this one's giving her a little bit of trouble.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second, and one bouncing towards the plate. Creates deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a runner at second. Fastball to short. Takes a hop, and they say that it went off of the foot of Ansley Plant, advancing from second to third, and they got her out for it coming off of her foot. And so the ground ball touches her, and that will end the inning, as Auburn will find a way to score a run. They get a single to lead it off with Lane Johnson, and she'll come around to score. They leave 1 runner stranded over at second. 2 hits in the inning. Auburn ties it up in the first, 1-1. We go to the top of the second.
Leading off the top of the second, Ali Supan.
Auburn and Central tied up at 1-1. In the top of the second inning, Hannah Pitts back for her second inning of work. Tigers scratched back across in the bottom of the first inning to tie the ball game up as Ali Supan, the third baseman at the plate, Haley Jernigan, the right fielder, and Lily Hunt, the catcher, all due up in the order here. That is 6, 7, 8 in the lineup. Supan as a hitter this year, .259 at the plate. She started against Auburn yesterday. Auburn jumped all on her early, played at 6 runs through the first 2 innings, ended up cruising to a 7-0 shutout victory behind the excellent pitching of Hannah Pitts.
It was a game to play with as well.
Pitts has a tied count at 1-1 and a check swing that appeared to go around. They checked down to first and she did. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs. Opponents batting just .125 against Hannah Pitts this year. 175 strikeouts. Does she have one here off the top of the glove of Conway on a rise ball that doesn't get the chase? Still looking for her first strikeout of tonight's ball game. Central's been able to locate her just a little bit easier. Kristen White at the top of the order led it off with a single into right field and then came around to score. And there's the first strikeout of the ball game for Hannah Pitts on a rise ball high and inside on Supan. Gets her chasing.
Hopefully the first of many here.
Haley Jernigan up to the plate for Central now with 1 out in the inning, and Jernigan batting .229 in 33 games that she's played this year. Scored just the 10 runs on her score sheet. Just a sophomore. Offers up and misses. 0-1.
Yeah, you look at the Central roster up and down, they have a lot of underclassmen. They have 2 8th graders as well, and a whole lot of sophomores that are playing in these games.
The 0-1 pitch is a curveball tailing away. Such a competitive area. These two teams typically at the top. Rise ball that gets a swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out.
Yeah,
Nobody on.
First time they met, Central had their number. They actually, I don't think Auburn scored a run. Honestly, Auburn had a pretty shaky start of the season, but they came back and beat them twice and only once yesterday.
Right down Main Street, she watches it go by, and she's headed back to the dugout. 2 strikeouts in a row for Hannah Pitts. Haley Jernigan retired. 8th spot of the order, Lily Hunt, the catcher, up to the plate.
Let's see if Hannah can strike out the side here.
Like you were referring to, 2-1 this year as Auburn against Central after another strike seen into the mid. Auburn lost the first matchup 7-0, won the second one 6-5 here at Auburn. And then yesterday shut them out 7-0, so they returned the favor on the 7-0 from earlier this year. Big cut and a miss, 0-2, Hannah Pitts dominating in the second inning here thus far.
Seems like they made a lot of adjustments. They didn't really start the season too well, but then they also started to play common opponents. And Auburn lost to 3 people that Central did earlier in the year, but they came back and had a dominant end of the season. That Central lost a few games to some of those people with 17-3 the same common opponents, Auburn and Central.
On the previous pitch, Lily Hunt watches one high and away. Rise ball at her eyes. Plate discipline, the name of the game for Central so far. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 5 of the order struggling a lot more than the top so far. Pitts has retired her last 4 and gets the strikeout, set him up, knock him down. She strikes out the side, 2 of which swinging at the plate. Lily Hunt sent back to the dugout for the final out of the top of the second inning. Nobody gets on base, nobody comes across to score, nobody left on. It's 1-1 going to the bottom of the second inning. Auburn coming up to the plate looking to try and take a lead. Bottom of the second inning, 1-1 as Auburn comes up to the plate. Tigers put a goose egg on the scoreboard in the top of the second inning against Central. Libby Miles back for her second inning of work. She gave up 2 hits in the bottom of the first and a run. Now it's Kate Thornell, the shortstop, Alicia Conway, the catcher, and Ellie Davis, the first baseman, due up in this inning. Thornell has the count even at 1-1 after a foul ball beyond right field. Yesterday, Thornell was 3 for 4 with 2 singles, a double, and 2 RBI. That's moved her up her a spot in the order from 7 to 6. At its 7th yesterday, Alicia Conway down from 6 to 7. 1 ball, 1 strike. Thornell chops one away behind home plate. Behind the count now, 1-2.
Change up there, got her out in front.
Some storylines here. Auburn 2-1 against Central, winning 7-0 yesterday, placing them in the area championship tonight. Auburn were to win this ball game right here. That's it, they're area champions. We are into the state tournament. Kate Thornell sees one on the inside portion of the plate, called for a strike 3. Now she'll have a conversation with Conway to provide some tips on how to face Miles here as the backwards K goes into the score sheet.
Now batting for your Auburn Tigers, number 35, Alicia Conway.
Really good sequence of pitches there, honestly. Started with the rise ball and then came with the changeup. Fast, slow, and slower.
Alicia Conway will stand in now, the catcher, as the changeup dives towards the dirt. 1-0.
Lock in, Lisa, lock in. Feel it when you see it. Feel it.
Conway at the plate this year, batting .266. Looking to get on base here. Goes opposite field, off the edge of the glove over at first. Allen couldn't handle the heat, and Conway's on first.
Got some solid contact right there. She could not handle that over there at first.
Conway goes opposite field and gets on base. That's her first hit against Central in the area tournament, and I believe they may be about to pinch run here. They are. They're going to pinch run for Conway and bring in Coco Doyle. So the catcher will head back to the dugout, and Coco Doyle will get on the base paths here.
Seems that adjustment that Kate told her definitely worked on that one.
Third hit of the ball game allowed by Miles. I believe that's already exceeded her total yesterday that she allowed. It's tied it up. It's tied it up. Popped up at the plate. Ellie Davis attacks on the first pitch. Falls behind 0-1. Yes, yesterday Miles threw 5 innings of relief, gave up just 1 run on 3 hits, had 4 strikeouts so far already at that total that she had yesterday. But that was across 5 innings yesterday. This is across 1 1/3.
Guess everything's changing up. She's given up 3 hits, and Hannah Pitts has given up a run in general.
Miles sees one put out into left center field from Davis. It'll roll all the way to the wall and take a nasty hop. Coming around third, Coco Doyle races to home, and Auburn's got a lead on a stand-up double from Ellie Davis, and give her the ribeye.
There you go. Giving your ace pitcher another run to work with as she gave up 1, an unusual 1 on the scoreboard.
Now batting for your Auburn Tigers, number 11, Olivia Ney.
Olivia Ney, the designated player in the 9 spot of the order, with Lane Johnson at the top of the lineup on deck. Ellie Davis with that RBI double. Scores Coco Doyle, who was pinch running for Alicia Conway, and Davis now at second. Slap hit, right side of the diamond. Hurt dives and then flips it while she's on her knees, gets the out at first. She made some highlight plays against Smith Station in game 1 today. And there she's right back at it over at second. Hurt, sending Ney out without number 2.
Beautiful play over there. Took a little bit of a hop too. She was able to play it, unlike her counterpart over there at first base on Alicia Conway's rule.
To the top of the order, with Lang Johnson last time up singled. She also came around to score. And Lang Johnson with an RBI opportunity for herself at the plate. Right away, first pitch, backhand off the glove, and there is the base hit for Lang Johnson and the RBI. Ellie Davis comes home to score, and Auburn extends their lead to 3-1 on the single for Lang Johnson.
Now batting for your Auburn Tigers, number 24.
Auburn over here playing some really good ABC baseball over there. Get them over, or get them on, get them over, and get them in. Doing that very effectively here in the second inning.
5th hit of the ball game for Auburn. 3 runs on those 5 hits. A great hit-to-run ratio. Lang Johnson looking to steal, and that ball was on a tailspin to the outfield. Lang Johnson in safely at second with a steal.
Let's see if Jaden can either get Lang in or turn it over to the power hitting Makaira Thurman and Hannah Pitts. 3 and 4 coming up after Jaden.
All right, right now, JJ, get yourself on. Find that green.
And honestly, the infield's playing pretty far in. If they can definitely put one over their heads and get in with a double or triple here, extra bases.
Jaden Jordan, the second pitch to her, and the count is even at 1-1 with 2 outs. Jordan had a sacrifice bunt back in the first. That's off the table here with 2 outs. As the infield draws near, Jordan puts the bunt down, gloved by Supan. Sidearm, fire to first in time for the out by a step. Jordan put a great ball to that side of the diamond, but that's why you shift. You saw the left side of the diamond creeping inwards. The only player in the infield that wasn't pushed forward was the first baseman, and that is the final out of the inning, but not before the damage is done. Auburn is able to come away with 3 hits in the inning. They scored 2 runs on those 3 hits, and they leave just 1 stranded over at second base. Tigers lead Central 3-1 after 2.
McKinnon Howard.
Top of the 3rd inning, Auburn leading Central 3-1, with Central coming up to the plate with 9 1-2 due up. McKinnon Howard, the left fielder, will see the plate for the first time tonight. Then it'll be Kristen White and Garrett Griggs.
Jaden goes over right field with the 5 infielders now.
Popped up bunt and the backhanded diving grab by McCara Thurman. What a play! And she will get a chorus of applause.
Popped up bunt attempt.
And high fives from everyone in the infield. What a play by Thurman.
That's why you play him in halfway, don't you?
Next up, number 10, Kristen White.
Kristen White, the center fielder, to stand in. And how do you top that, as she's going to have some scratches on that arm.
She'll have her opportunity coming up first next happening.
Hannah Pitts already with an out. Popped up bunt again. Thurman that time. The ball sneaks underneath her glove as she tries to race over towards it in time. And I'll just be honest with you, if Kristen White gets the bunt down, it's probably a single. I said this off air before the game, watching them play against Smith Station. I said there's a big reason why she's batting over 600 this year. It's because she can put the bunt down and she can hustle. 2/3 of the time, the girl's getting on base.
Also, it really helps that she's a lefty and she's already a few feet closer to first base and can just drag it on down the line or just push it across and steal it.
She's stealing, and she's almost there. By the time the throw's getting out of the glove from Conway, still second base.
Gets her in scoring position with 1 out.
Garrett Griggs, the 2 spot of the order, the shortstop, walked her first time up, got all the way to 3rd, and they couldn't get her home. Kristen White now in scoring position. Fouls it away to the Auburn dugout. Hannah Pitts has just allowed 2 hits today, and the 1 run on those 2 hits has 3 strikeouts. She struck out the side last inning.
2 away from 180 strikeouts. Most definitely get there, maybe even 185. 14 yesterday. That'd only be 11 on the game. Less than yesterday.
Swings underneath on the slap hit. Griggs is still behind 0-2 in the count. Nice crowd here tonight for the area championship game. Both sides have come out to support their respective softball programs. Over at second with the 0-2. Stays alive yet again as Griggs.
Kristen White took off for 3rd there.
Griggs batting .483 this season with just 9 RBI. That being said, 34 runs scored. Second on the team, 3rd on the team in that category. She's typically the one getting on base, slap hitter. punches one out towards the Auburn bullpen and batting cages. If I recall, she had a pretty long at-bat back in the first inning.
Who was it last night in the 7th inning? Central, they also had like a super long at-bat. That lasted over 10 minutes against Hannah.
Line down the left field. Meadows will toss it back in quickly. It gets away from Thurman, and Thurman sees it all the way to the backstop. Right, hustles in to score on an errant throw. It was a single, and then an error on the throw from Meadows into the infield. And all the way from first to third, you've got Garrett Griggs. Did you see where she got to before the throw? Was it a single or a double?
It's probably going to be super single, but she was about half, about 2/3 of the way there to second by the time the throw was getting to McCarroll, and couldn't handle it, so she just took off the throw. She's on going home.
We will charge that as a double. So Griggs with an RBI double.
You always hate to give up those under runs.
Madison hurt at the plate, falls behind 0-1. Second run of the ball game given up by Pitts. Just the third hit allowed.
See if Hannah can work out of a runner on third and one out without giving any more runs up, keeping this lead.
Counts even at 1-1. Just the one out.
She will have a chance to come and get some runs back as she's due up second in the bottom half of the third.
Check swing below the knees. Stays back. She gets ahead 2-1. Tie ball game here early stages. Top three. It's 3-2 Auburn. Area championship. 7A Area 4. With a win, Auburn is the area champions. If not, we're playing 2. Big cut. Swings almost out of her shoes, almost out of the batter's box. Hurt. 3 spot of the order. Big bat. He's got the count tied up at 2-2. Could be a strikeout victim.
Albeit you have a game to play with, you really want to win this one because if you get done in 6.5 innings with a strikeout right there by Hannah Pitts. Sorry, this is your job right there, but your ace is on the mound. You definitely want to get that win with Hannah. Probably not going to be able to win the second game unless it's like a save opportunity.
Hurt strikes out swinging. So we go to the 4th spot of the order. Designated player Lane Thaxton grounded out to third in the first inning. She's 0 for 1 tonight with 2 outs. She's got a runner 1 station away from home. Pops up over the press box towards the concession stand.
See if Hannah can only give up the 1 spot here and get her 180th strikeout on the season.
5th batter of the inning here at the plate. Thaxton on the season, batting .376. Pulls one high and foul. Was ahead of it, underneath it. It's a rise ball coming at her.
Yeah, they're really having a tough time, these Central hitters, with these rise ball. Honestly, if she gets something low and inside, I'm not sure their eyes are going to be able to change after those 2 rise balls popped up over us.
0-2 count, looking to end the inning. Pulled foul. Yet again, stays alive at the plate.
Great piece of hitting right there. That's not something that she should have taken, but great job fouling that one off.
Right-handed hitter Lane Thaxton facing right-handed pitcher Hannah Pitts. Pitts misses wayward, and a great stop, like you mentioned, behind home plate from Alicia Conway to keep him from getting to the backstop.
Let's see if she throws her something off speed.
Pitts fires, rise ball high and inside, pulled out to left field, and there's no doubt about it. That ball hits off the hill out in left field, and it's a 2-run shot for Lane Thaxton, who gave it a ride.
That one almost went on top of the mountain.
Two-run home run for Lane Thaxton. 3 have come across to score in top 3 for Central to get in front 4-3 here. Game on. Yesterday it was a 7-0 shutout for Auburn. They've now gotten after a pitcher yesterday that they could not touch. It's game on. 2 rivals going at it at the area championship as Bria Allen will stand in, the right-handed hitter.
Not just Central couldn't hit him yesterday. I don't think almost anybody could hit Anna with that .53 ERA. And she's given up 4 here in 2 2/3. This is unprecedented territory we're in right now.
1-0 count after low and inside. Check swing. Checks down to first. They got her. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Seems like Pitts is kicking it up a notch in this at-bat.
That one had a little bit of zip on it for sure.
A lot of times pitchers will lock in after a home run like that. This one lined out into right center field. Gonna hit off the top of the wall. Jordan gathers it, tosses it back in, and it's a double.
I guess both lineups are hitting off of people they couldn't hit off yesterday.
That is the true theme of today's ball game. And now head coach for Auburn will come out to speak with Hannah Pitts, as they've got a runner out on second, and he's got a lot of confidence in his pitcher in the center circle. No danger here. Just going to have her lock in and calm down. Bria Allen with that double for Central. Allie Supan, 6th spot of the order. Third baseman that struck out back in the second, and Pitts can end this inning here at the plate. Swings underneath the rise, falls behind 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Allen over at second. This one low. Easy play over at short. Throws across by a step. Kate Thornell's able to grab the ground ball on the 1 hop and throws out Allie Supan over at first. A total of 4 hits in the inning. 3 runs come across to score, especially after the 2-run home run from Lane Thaxton. 1 runner left stranded over at second. Central leading Auburn 4-3, bottom of the 3rd inning on the other side of this break. A 2-run home run in the top of the 3rd inning for Central sees them take a big swing at Auburn. It's 4-3, bottom of the 3rd inning, and Auburn's back to the plate with 3-4-5 due up. Makaira Thurman launches one out to center field, but gets up underneath it just a little bit too much, about 5 steps to her left out in center field, and White gathers the first out of the inning on a fly out to center.
As Hannah comes up, we can see if she can start a rally and tie this thing back up, as she tied it up in the first inning after she had given up that one spot in the first inning.
Hannah Pitts had an RBI double in the first. Was left stranded over at second. Let's see what she's got here. One out. Just off the plate and a little high. 1-0. The 0-1. Fouled away off the handle of the bat. Ran inside on her. Count will even up at 1-1. Libby Miles settled into the ball game here with 2 innings pitched. 5 hits, 3 runs, 1 strikeout.
You see the Central defense really respects Hannah Pitts, as they're about a few steps away from the dirt, the warning track out there, as their power here in the 4 spot.
Behind the previous pitch. She's behind 1-2. Throwing strikes. It's Libby Miles. It's a big part of her success so far. She has given up a run in every inning, though. We'll see if the Tigers can continue that trend in the bottom 3 here.
Although she's given up 3 runs, Libby has done a good job getting ahead of hitters. As she's ahead 1-2 right now as Hannah fouled up another pitch. She gets ahead of people, and she has a lot of things to work with, as she has liberty to throw pitches down and throw rise balls up to get hitters to chase maybe things that they should swing at.
Everyone's back on the defensive alignment. 1 ball, 2 strike, 1 out. Off the plate, hit her spot, but still off the plate.
Great take there by Hannah.
Set up outside, but great discipline by the umpire behind the plate to realize that they set up outside and that ball truly was not across the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. The 2-2 pitch popped up opposite field. Blooper, hurt. Tracks her way all the way out into right field, falling away, catches it while she was losing her footing. And there's 2 outs. Shelby Owsley, 5th hitter in the order, second baseman, who grounded out to short back in the first, but it was the interference that rolled off of her base runner's foot over at first, or at second, excuse me.
Libby's doing a good job handling the heart of Auburn order here, as they were trying to get back to even or take the lead here in the bottom of the 3rd.
Breaking pitch runs inside, 1-0. Hit it hard on the ground to short, though, and this infield back a bit as well. Well out in front of another off speed. Hits it off the end of the bat behind her.
She's also doing a really good job of mixing up her pitches, as she can't. Her pitch sequences are really good, as she's coming a lot of rise balls and then slowing it down, and then slowing it down even more with the changeup, and then going back with the curveball.
One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Nobody on right now for Auburn. They trail 4-3 in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Owsley.
Great take.
Sees one well inside. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, much to the chagrin of the Central fan base. They like the pitch.
And why wouldn't they?
Owsley pops one up. Left field, racing in from left field is Howard, and Howard gets to it in time. 3 outs. 3 batters saw the plate. All of them go down on flyouts, popping up against Miles. Auburn unable to get any runs in the inning. Their first goose egg of the ball game after 3 as we head to the midway point. Auburn trails Central 4-3 in the area championship. Bottom of the fourth inning, Auburn trailing Central 4-3. Due up in the lineup, Kate Thornell, Alicia Conway, and Ellie Davis. Thornell struck out looking in the second. Sees a first pitch ball from Libby Miles. She's got 3 innings today, logged to her credit. 5 hits, 3 runs, 1 strikeout. Yesterday she had 5 innings of relief, where she only gave up 1 run and 3 hits. Off the end of the bat, or off the handle, excuse me. Lazy line drive over to Allen. Allen will make the underhand catch for the first out. Just unfortunate that it went straight to her.
Yeah, she didn't even have to move. She just had to put her glove down. And honestly, those are some of the scariest ones. Having played baseball a little bit, they come right at you. You think you're supposed to move a little bit, and it just knuckles at you, and just everything goes in slow motion.
Alicia Conway, the catcher. Catches the outside corner. 0-1.
Auburn is 22-7, this being their 30th game. Alicia Conway has never scored a run, and this being the 30th game, and she has never touched the plate. That is just crazy to think about, honestly.
Alicia Conway had a single. This one off the handle. Slow roller over to the third. Supan goes for the sidearm sling to first, and she rolls it under the glove of Allen. That's an error on Supan as Conway reaches base for the second time tonight, the E5 in your scorebook.
Pitch runner comes in for her.
Conway, the catcher, will be pinch ran for by Coco Doyle, who did touch the plate. That's why Conway has not scored a run, because they always pinch run for her.
Guess she's got to hit a home run for that.
That's right. Because Coco Doyle did score in the second inning.
See if she can get to second on a stolen base.
Ellie Davis, the first baseman, and an RBI double. Inside and out of the glove. Hunt behind home plate. Called strike as Davis watches it into the mid. It was at the knees. No balls, 1 strike.
See if she can hit another one to the gap.
She was swinging for the fences there. She groans.
Yeah.
After she whiffs behind 0-2. She knew that if she had connected on that one, she'd give it a ride.
That was right down the middle. She wants that one back desperately.
She hit Coco Doyle around last time up. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Sizes that one up as well, but just behind it, another pitch down Main Street from Miles.
She better be careful on that one. Might see Coco take off here with 2 strikes. See if they can at least get her over to second.
Davis shows bunt, pulls back, fires one away to center field. That one hits off the top of the wall and stays in. Doyle racing around third. She's headed for home. The throw, pump fake. Doyle touches the plate. Tigers tie the ball game 4-4 on a double, an RBI double from Ellie Davis. And her 2 times to the plate tonight, she's making it count. 2 RBI doubles, both off the top of the wall. At some point, she's got to get around Tripper.
That allowed her to score. Really making that error over there at third base pay off right there, now tying it up 4-4.
Olivia Ney with 1 out has a runner in scoring position. Libby Miles sees bunt, and it's fouled off. Olivia Ney, a UAB commit. Ney this year batting .297 with a .440 on base percentage. Hesitation before we resume play. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Davis over at second.
honestly, if she could just drag one down this first base line, she's playing all the way on the grass over there at first base, and maybe she can sit in there safely and get runners in the corner. Or
Pulls
that.
one, right field. That one launched. That one is gone. Send us a postcard when you get where you're going. We'll see you when you get back. Olivia Nay with the round tripper, the 2-run shot. Tigers take the 6-4 lead on Central.
Wow. You really love to see that. That ball was gone from the get-go, and the bottom of the order is helping Hannah Pitts, who is shockingly giving up 4 runs as they take the lead 6-4 with the 3 spot in the bottom of the 4th.
Auburn Tigers, number 32, Lang Johnson.
Bringing up the top of the order, Lang Johnson.
Conversation now between Libby Miles and her head coach after she gives up her 6th run on 7 hits through 3 1/3 innings of work. She'll stay in the ball game, area championship here, and why not? It's only a 2-run game. Both of these teams have found the plate. Central in the top of the 3rd had a 3-run inning and a 2-run home run. Guess what? Auburn returns the favor an inning later. Bottom of the 4th, Auburn's got 3 runs and a 2-run shot in this one. Olivia Nay just broke the deadlock 6-4 as Lang Johnson's at the plate and is ahead, or has the count tied at 1-1.
Seems like Central's top of the order is doing all the work for them, as Auburn's bottom of the order is doing the work for them, as Ellie and Liv Nay scoring 2 runs apiece. 2 ribbies.
Lang Johnson shows bunt, pulls back to try and size up and swing away. She's up 2-0 in the count.
But they do have one thing in common. They are both jumping on pitchers that they could not do yesterday.
Johnson shows bunt, pulls back, and then shows bunt again. They check down to first. They say she pulled back a second time, the double pullback.
Yeah, we saw Liv Nay do that the first time, but then she just decided to smash one over the wall and not play the small ball anymore.
.30 count. She'll watch it in the other batter's box, and they walk Lang Johnson.
Walks are a killer. They've hurt Hannah a little bit, as she rarely walks somebody, and that run came across the score. And now she walked Lang, a speedy leadoff batter, as Jaden comes up to bat. Wouldn't be surprised if you see Lang steal here either.
Jaden Jordan, the right fielder, at the plate with a runner over at first. 0 for 1 today with a sac bunt in the first inning. Still just the 1 out in the inning. Jordan this year batting .341 as we have a conversation yet again between the Central dugout and pitcher Libby Miles.
I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that that's the 2nd mound visit.
That is.
Means that you have to pull her, but I'm not a... Doesn't look like she's coming out. It looked like the home plate umpire is signaling that's the 2nd time they've come out. Ah. Home plate umpire says you get 3.
Interesting.
But honestly, Auburn, with them being the number 7 team in the state, you can really see why. As they beat Central 7-0, you saw Hannah Pitts just absolutely shut it down. But now this game, as she's given up 4 runs, shockingly, you see the bats come alive as well. Just knowing that they can come and rally around a pitcher that's usually your ace, that's given up 4 runs this game, is really good to see. That you're not just winning games by pitching or just by hitting. That you have both.
Our umpires now going to have to explain this rule to the Auburn head coach. And you look at the pitching staff for Central. Statistically, Miles has the lowest ERA of the group. After that, the best is still to pitch. Leninger and Thaxton, the best of the Central rotation, still available to throw in this ball game. Our umpires break. Meeting of the minds is over, and Still in the ball game is Libby Miles. So next mound visit, though, in this inning, she would, I would believe, have to come out of the ball game.
That is correct.
1 ball, 0 strikes, 1 out. Runner at first. Jordan takes one off of the helmet, and that is why we wear a face mask. I think they said it came off of her bat.
Wow. Well, Jaden's not going, so her acting skills are definitely not up to par as of right now.
They did call it a foul ball because Lang Johnson has to go back to first. So what I'm assuming occurred there was that the ball came off of her bat because it did look like she was in that slap hitting rotation, and it must have came off of her bat and hit her in the helmet.
Yeah, with that slapping, as a slapper, you open up your body a little bit more. Kind of, as a stagnant hitter, you can kind of turn and maybe let it hit you in the back or somewhere in the back, but she's open face up, which leaves her open.
Johnson this time looking to steal. Tag is just a half second too late. The throw had beaten her to the bag, but it was to the left side of the bag, having to come across. That extra little half second that she needed to put it on is enough for Johnson to get her second steal of the ball game.
With a great slide to the outside of the bag there. Probably what kept her safe right there.
Jordan still at the plate, long at bat here. 2-1, show slap hit. This one chopped over to short. Looks off Johnson, throws across in time to get Jordan safe over at first. Johnson held up and then attacked third. You got runners at the corners.
That was absolutely great base running. Lang Johnson came about 4 steps off the second base, but nobody was there to cover, and she knew that, and she tempted her for a little bit and made her hold the ball a little bit too long and still took off anyway with runners at the corners. We're here with 1 out with the power hitting Kyra Thurman coming up.
Every single runner that has reached base in this inning has scored. Runners at the corners for Kyra Thurman. Inside, Jordan taken off for second. Throw down, cut off by Hurt over at second. Easy steal for Jordan.
Trying to tempt Lang Johnson into coming home there, maybe trying to catch her in a pickle. But this senior-led softball team is very smart as to not fall for that. It's been a reoccurring theme for Auburn athletics in general that they are mostly senior-led. As you can see, top of the order is mostly seniors.
0-1 count to Thurman. Third one. Ground ball into center field.
Jaden's being
One runner will score. The second one's coming around. Jordan slides in. 2 runs come across on the 2 RBI single for Kyra Thurman.
Now batting for your Auburn Tigers.
You love to see the top of the order come alive from the bottom of the order that had been going from the beginning. With a 5 spot being put up in the bottom of the 4th as Auburn doubles them up 8-4. Still with 1 out and a runner on first.
8-4. 8 runs on 9 hits. That's efficiency as Hannah Pitts swings underneath on a rise ball and fouls it away behind her. Pitts today 1 for 2 with an RBI double in the first. Like I said, every base runner this inning has come across to score. You've seen 5 runs score now in the bottom of the 4th inning for Auburn to take a 4-run lead. Shows bunt, pulls back. All goes inside. Thurman will head back to first.
Surprised they're not making that 3rd mound visit anyway and trying to pull her out with 8 runs given up in 4 innings. Not even 4 innings. Only 3 in a third, yeah.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Miles misses off the plate. Hitter spot, more or less, but is behind 2-1. Pitts with great plate discipline. The pitcher, 2-way player. They have her in the order no matter what. 2 balls, 1 strike. This time wayward. Excellent grab behind home plate by Hunt.
Another good stop to keep McCarr from going to scoring position because we know Hannah has been hitting a lot of screaming line drives, as many of the people in this Auburn lineup have been doing. Be a lot easier for her to score.
Miles, here comes the pitch, the 3-1. Just underneath it. Hit over to short, popped up. And there's the second out. Pitts will fly out to short. A much needed out for Miles, who now faces her 9th batter of the inning, and Shelby Owsley, the second baseman, who's 0 for 2 today with a ground out and a fly out. Thurman still at first. Owsley takes it inside, thrown on the ground,
Almost
out to
hit
second, and Thurman head first slide is safe, 1-0.
Almost hit Libby there. She ducked and ball went lower than her. Just luckily went a little bit left and nobody was harmed in the making of that play.
Milestone moment for Makira Thurman, her first stolen base of the year.
Yeah, there you go. Now we just need to get Alicia Conway a run and we're all good, right?
That's right.
Maybe she can hit a home run so she shouldn't have to get pitch ran for.
Owsley sees another one inside.
Great hitters count here.
2 balls, no strikes.
See the demeanor of this pitcher right here. Trying to lock in with whatever she has left.
Pops the mitt, gets her first strike at the at-bat. 2 balls, 1 strike. To be a little high and outside, but she does pop the mitt. Miles with the 2-1 pitch.
Oh, drop.
Blooper, left field. Is that one going to drop in? It does. Thurman is hustling home. The throw is in time, slides into the catcher, and they call her out. They call her out.
Whoa.
Thurman slid into Hunt at home, took her legs out, and Thurman slides in. The throw beat her there, but no tag was made.
Especially with her being a right-handed, so that means her glove is on her left hand. She got taken out, and that left hand went flying outwards. This Coach Henders is definitely fired up here.
He's upset to say the least.
Yeah.
And the issue that he has with the call was that Hunt was in the middle of that base path. Thurman had no other choice but to slide.
Yeah.
Thurman goes to slide, and no tag was made.
Nope.
And it did take out Hunt in the process, but Thurman was at the plate, crosses the plate with no tag on her. Nonetheless, she is the final out of the inning. 5 runs come across to score with a little bit of excitement at the end, and a lot of excitement with the 2-run home run earlier from Olivia Ney in the bottom of the order. In that 9th spot, she launches one. So Tigers lead 8-4. We go top 5. Top of the 5th inning, Auburn leading Central 8-4 after a 5-run frame in the bottom of the 4th. Hannah Pitts back to try and see this thing out. She's thrown 4 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs on those 5 hits, 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts. This ball hit hard out to center field off the edge of the glove of Johnson, who's having a hard time with it. She throws out to third, and it's a triple for the top of the order. Kristen White right now. She's got the triple. If she can get a double and a home run, she'll have the cycle.
You can still hear some grumblings over there from the Auburn side by mostly Coach Hendricks that that the runner over there was safe on that Shelby loop into left field.
Slap hit and a swing and a miss. 0-2 is the count now to Griggs. Low and outside. 1-1 is the count. Fouled away. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs.
See if she can get a pop-up or a strikeout right here so that runner cannot advance, or at least not a deep fly ball. How about that?
Pitts gets another foul ball from Garrett Griggs, the shortstop, who's behind 1 and 2. Griggs today 1 for 1 today with a walk and an RBI double in the third. She came across to score. One, two. Fouled. The slightest of tips.
These Central batters are really doing a good job with 2 strikes protecting the plate here, getting a pitch they want to see and driving.
Infield playing in. Off the edge of the glove. White's going to come home, flipped up. That tag is in. Time to got her at the plate. White will be unable to score for Central. What a play by Conway and Pitts. Conway rushed to the backstop. She flicked it backhanded over to Pitts, and Pitts put it on her and got it out of the plate.
You see, there was something different about that play. The tag was actually applied on that one. But both of them were called out, so I guess that's how it goes.
Caught stealing at the plate, and Garrett Griggs now has nobody in front of her to try and score a run. 2 balls, 2 strike, 1 out.
Auburn's really benefiting from that reckless base running right there with no outs, going home on a short backstop like that. It's really aggressive. But, I mean, if anybody would do it, it would have to be her at least.
Righty-lefty matchup and fouled away towards the Auburn dugout. What a play behind the plate by Conway.
Sure.
Excellent placement, and then also Pitts to put the tag straight on her. Excellent teamwork.
To get one of the, not even, I was about to say arguably, but definitely the fastest player on the team.
Tad bit outside, count goes full at 3 and 2 with 1 out.
See if Hannah can add yet another strikeout here, as she hasn't got one on the top of the order yet.
Full count, line drive out of the outstretched glove of Thornell, and because the outfield was playing in, that one got into the gap and rolled all the way to the wall. Triple.
That makes you really regret that reckless base running over there by White as she got out on the 3 pitches ago-ish. As she hits a triple over there with another run, would have been scored and would have been 8-5, but yet there's 1 out with a runner on third.
There's some speed at third there for Griggs. Gonna have a hard time keeping her away from home. Madison Hurt struck out last time up. Zach Bunt in the first, so 0 for 1 today. Pitt's 6th hit given up in this ball game. Pitts fires away, and it's fouled. 0-1.
Let's see if Lightning can strike twice and we can get that runner out without her getting across the plate.
Then on deck, you got Lane Thaxton, who hit a 2-run home run in the third and put Central in front. Auburn responded last inning. 8-4. Below the knees. Count evens up at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Goes inside, hopping out the way is Hurt. She gets in front 2-1. Behind it. Gets the count even yet again, 2-2.
The only thing different about this game and other ones is the last game that Hannah pitched against them, she got to 2 strikes and started putting them away with the 14 strikeouts she had yesterday. But now with 2 strikes, they have learned and had a new approach and came in with a game plan that put up 4 runs as they are now protecting and finding their pitches and just lacing them.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Popped up opposite field. Jordan on her horse, racing towards it. Dives. What a catch! Throws it home. Not in time at the plate. Sacrifice fly out in right field, but Jordan, na-na-na, na-na-na.
With the outs that Central has to win the area tournament here, I think Auburn will trade that run for the out, as they're down to only 7 outs left for their area hopes.
Griggs came across to score. Now it's Lane Thaxton, who's 1 for 2 today with a 2-run home run. Pops the mid in the other batter's box, 1-0. Right-handed hitter Lane Thaxton at the plate. One-0 pitch, big cut.
There you go.
1-1. One pitch. Into the bat, slow roller. Davis just has to move over 2 feet, drop down, pick it up, touch first. Fundamental play for Davis, easy going. 1 run does come across to score. See an error with the leadoff hitter, Kristen White. She was caught stealing at home. You had a triple for Garrett Griggs. She ended up scoring on a sac fly from Hurt. And then the put out there on the designated player, Lane Thaxton, who grounded out to first. Nobody left on base. 1 run comes across to score, 8-5, bottom of the 5th inning. We'll be back on the other side of this break as a new pitcher comes in for the Central Red Devils. Gardner and Braden Gentry here with you in the bottom of the 5th inning between Auburn and Central in the area championship. 8-5, Tigers lead as they come to the plate. We got a pitching change for Central. Allie Supan heads into the center circle with a 5.3 ERA, 4-2 record. She pitched against Auburn yesterday. Only 2 innings, gave up 6 runs on 7 hits, had 4 walks in the loss. Pop up, this one from Thornell, and making the grab at second out in shallow right field.
With only, hopefully, 2 innings left remaining, as Auburn can put it away in the top of the 7th if they still have the lead. Let's see if they can jump on her in these 2 innings that they have left with Supez pitching.
Hurt has moved to third for Central, where Supan was, and then over at second, Cadence Barrick is at second now. Those are your defensive substitutions as a foul ball. Behind it is Alicia Conway.
Well, it looks like it might be the last chance for Alicia Conway in this area tournament to get a run. Hopefully she can put one out of the yard and touch home plate for the first time this year.
Conway this year batting .266. Tonight she is 1 for 2. Has reached base twice though. And her pinch runners came across to score twice. Dribbles one over to third. Hurt, charges, and fires in time for the second out. Tally Davis in the lineup today. Identical in her 2 times up. 2 RBI doubles. So 2 RBIs today for Ellie Davis. Supan retires 2 right away. Ellie Davis came around to score both times as well. Supan with an off-speed pitch that stays on the top shelf. 1-0. Davis. High and outside from Supan, 2-0.
We'll see if Ellie can put one over the fence. She was like inches away, both of her at-bats, but both having a run scoring and both being doubles.
Davis is .216 as a hitter, but tonight she is showcasing some power at the letters. She's in front 3-0. Danger of walking her first is Supan. Supan will toe the rubber, and the 3-0 pitch is now on the way. At the belt, called strike.
Taking all the way.
Three balls, 1 strike, 2 outs to Davis now. At her ankles, the 2-out walk. That's a no-no. We'll see if it comes back to hot. Supan got her first 2, and then lets Davis take first on her.
Auburn Tigers, number 11,
Olivia Ney had the 2-run home run last inning that cracked this game wide open.
Started a floodgate.
Part of a 5-run inning.
Yep, 3 more added on after that.
Olivia Ney, the left-handed hitter, stands in with a runner at first. Outside and low. 1-0. Supan entered in relief for Libby Miles, who has 4 innings of work today. Gave up 10 hits and 8 runs. 1 walk and a strikeout for Miles on her final stat line. Rise ball at the letters, 2-0.
You really do love to see the bats coming alive when your ace pitcher with only a .53 ERA. And we just speed past that like that's just nothing, but that is an incredible ERA. Giving up 5 runs for Auburn to put up an 8 spot in 4 innings is really remarkable.
Lang Johnson on deck. This one hit off the underside of the bat. Straight to Supan. Stoops down and tosses to first. And there's the final out as Ney grounds out to Supan. 1 runner left on base. It was via the walk. Nobody comes across to score. Auburn leading 8-5. Final 2 innings to go here.
Now up to bat, number 33, Bria Allen.
Two up in the order here at the top of the sixth for Central as Auburn's ahead 8-5 in the area championship. A win here tonight will seal the deal for Auburn and win the area championship. As Bria Allen's at the plate, swings over the top of an off-speed pitch for Pitts, who starts off the count now ahead 0-1 on a swing and a miss from Allen. After that, it'll be 6 and 7 in the order. Allie Supan and Haley Jernigan. Allen watches one run away from her. Allen today 1 for 2 with a double. Was left stranded in the third inning, part of a 3-run frame for the Red Devils. In the dirt, 2 balls, 1 strike. Pitts has been in the circle for 5 innings. 6 hits, 5 runs on those 6 hits. 6 strikeouts and a walk. Comes back inside. Count evens up at 2-2. Pitts looking for strikeout number 7. And she gets it on a rise ball coming up at the letters. Allen will strike out for the first time tonight. Allie Supan, who's 0 for 2 today, and is now into the circle for Central when they're out in the field. Supan will stand in. She struck out back in the second.
Yeah, Hannah's really been working the bottom of this order the entire night. The top of the order is really
One right across Main Street and Anthony's, 0-1. Big cut. Can't make contact. No balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, Suman was set down on 3 pitches on a strikeout last time. Let's see if Hannah can do it again.
The 0-2 from Pitts. This one hard ground ball. Tucks away foul before it reaches third base. No play on it.
Right here, right here, right here. Stay ahead, stay ahead.
Pitts back toes the rubber. Rise ball.
Go get her.
Good eye indeed. Allie Supan stays alive. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. 0 away. Conway unable to frame it. Short second played deep in the infield. Thurman and Davis playing about level with their bases. Davis comes back inside and ring her up. They got her looking. Back-to-back strikeouts for Hannah Pitts. 8th strikeout of the night. Haley Jernigan, the right fielder, and the 7th spot of the order.
Number 18, Haley Jernigan.
Has struck out both times tonight at the plate. Once looking and once swinging.
We'll see if she can go for a 3rd time, so that in the all-encompassing top and 7th inning, they can start off with 8 and 9, the 2 of the bottom of the order hitters.
Jernigan, 229 on the year. Takes a called strike, 0-1. Neutral depth in the outfield. And it's lobbed up into right center field. Jordan tries to go for the basket catch. Going to second is Jernigan. And some aggressive base running. Caesar takes second base. Jordan unable to get to it in time. Hit to the one place on earth that Jordan couldn't get to.
Effort, though.
2-out double for Haley Jernigan. As we go to the 8th man in the order, Lily Hunt.
Right here, Hannah. You're all right. Right here. Right here, right here. Right here. There you go.
called strike. I believe we actually have a pinch hitter here. This one's going to be Cadence Barrick. Cadence Barrick now at the plate for Central in exchange for Lily Hunt. And Barrick is over at second in the field. Swings and misses. Barrick trying to make the most of her opportunity here at the plate. Barrick got into the ball game yesterday as well against Auburn. And I believe she's single. This time she'll strike out. Goes chasing that one on the shelf, and she brings a strikeout down. All 3 outs are strikeouts. Cadence Barrick, the victim to end the inning. There was a double that saw Haley Jernigan left stranded there over at second. 9 strikeouts in the ballgame for Hannah Pitts, and Central reduced to their last 3 outs. But before we get to those 3 outs, Auburn has a trip up to the plate here in the bottom of the 6th. 8-5, Tigers lead.
Games, and they had the same amount of earned runs as they had base on balls.
Wow. Johnson sees one at the belt. 0-1. Johnson today has come across to score twice. Is 2 for 2. Inside and possibly a collision.
Hit by pitch. That one actually hit her unlike Jaden.
Johnson right now didn't quite catch where it hit her.
Being told the ankle bone, and that is not really ever a good place to get hit.
Still attending to her at home plate on the hit by pitch.
Hope she's all right.
They've got her up, and they're going to carry her off. So they're going to have to get a pinch runner for Johnson. So they get Johnson back to the dugout. And we're trying to still get everything sorted out here. Let's see who that is headed over. It's Coco Doyle. She's got 2 runs to her credit today for pinch running duties.
And that is the literal definition of taking one for the team, right there.
Supan starts off the bottom of the 6th in an unfortunate way for the Red Devils and for the Tigers, depending on how you look at it. Tough one to take there off of what is believed to be the ankle. That's going to hurt pretty bad. Got a pinch runner now over at first with Coco Doyle. As I mentioned, has come across to score twice tonight.
Yeah, I was about to say, seems like she always scores.
Been a factor of Alicia Conway's 0-run total on the year.
How many does Coco have in the year?
16.
There you go.
Decent tally for her. Jaden Jordan at the plate now. At a single last time up. Also a steal.
Maybe she can get one here. We can have her runner in score position with no outs. Maybe Jaden can slap her over and Makara can hit her and get a much needed insurance run here.
1-0 pitch. Crosses the plate. Must have been the outside corner, if anything. Count evens up at 1-1. Auburn, the 8-5 lead. Bottom of the 6th inning. Runner on first, no outs.
Looking to make the region record 5-1.
Jaden Jordan came across the score in the 4th inning after she reached base. Slaps one foul across her body, 1-2.
Auburn scored well over their average runs per game, as they only averaged 6.31, having 8 tonight. In really only 4 innings, as they didn't score at the bottom of the 5th. It's doing really well, doing it with the bats tonight, as they were doing it with the arms yesterday.
We've got Lane Johnson hustling around out in the bullpen area, trying to walk off the hit by pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Jordan. As it looks like Johnson's back in the dugout now, walking around.
With a little bit of a limp.
This one slapped out into left field on the ground. It's a single for Jordan.
Beautiful.
2 base runners on now, and no outs.
Now batting for your Auburn Tigers.
Back-to-back singles for Jordan.
Thurman.
That's what Simo does.
Had a 2 RBI single with a steal back in the 4th. Let's see how they treat her plate appearance here.
Do what you do now. Relax.
Or if coach decides to see if our most power hitter can bunt him over and do a job to bring up the first Hannah Pitts.
Runners at first and second. Supan, rise ball to the letters, 1-0.
She's pitching a little bit up with the rise ball starting to there to see if she'll pop up, so the runners won't advance.
1-0 pitch.
All right.
High and tails away yet again, 2-0. That one was helmet high.
Definitely see this ball down, put it in play, cause some chaos with some speed on the bases for sure.
Be ready for Broadway. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. Looking for the zone. Don't miss it.
There you
Thurman
go.
straight up the middle and into center field on the ground. Doyle rounds third, heads for home. There's your insurance run, 9-5. There's still no outs and more insurance runs on the base paths. RBI single for Makira Thurman.
Can we get Coco to pitch run for everybody? Because it seems like she scores every single time.
When she has pitch ran tonight, she has scored.
She's accounted for a third of the runs.
Runners first and second now after the RBIs. Single for Makira Thurman, 3 RBIs tonight for Thurman. Anna Pitts at the plate at an RBI double all the way back in the first. Flew out last 2 trips though.
See if she can give herself even some more insurance.
Attacks the first pitch and misses. 0-1.
Make sure it's in the window. Good pitch. You know what good was saying. Let's go.
No balls, 1 strike, and that one loses the handle.
Now hit it. Now hit it. Now help yourself.
Second and third as runners advance on a wild pitch.
Now the question we pose again, will they see Hannah Pitts push one hard down the first base? No, the infield's coming in. They might just let her swing away. But Jaden Jordan is arguably one of the fastest on the team, but I guess we'll see.
Really?
The outfield's still playing deep because base hit will probably score 2. See if she can see it down with Makira.
The 1-1 pitch. Pitts swings over the top of one. That was ducking beneath the knees. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
You all right? right, you're all right. 4-1-1, 4-1-1. Good in the window, really.
Supan still looking for her first down. She's got 2 runners in scoring position as Hannah Pitts is at the plate. This one grounded up the middle, diving grab over and short. For some reason, the throw over to third. A run will score, and Pitts is safe over at first. Pitts now about a third down the base path, goes back to first. Jordan comes across home. RBI single for Hannah Pitts.
Now batting for your Auburn Tigers, number 19.
I can't say I understand why she do it at the third, diving to her left. Just take the sure out there would have probably been the safer bet, as Hannah gets pitch ran for by Ainsley Plan.
Mental mistake by Griggs at short. And now there are runners at the corners. Shelby Owsley with another RBI opportunity.
Probably going to see Ainsley take off here, so stay out of the double play.
Third hit allowed by Supan. Second run, and now taken off is Ainsley Plan for second, who was pinch running for Hannah Pitts. She's still second easily.
Auburn seems like they pick up where they left off on this pitcher here, having 2 runs and still runners and 2 runners in scoring position with still no outs.
All right, all right, all right.
2-0 to Owsley at the plate. Still no outs. And Auburn's in front 10-5 on Central. Bottom 6, Owsley lays off the curveball that has now got her ahead 3-0.
Probably going to see her take all the way, as she hasn't been hitting the zone very well, and as she is, she's hitting the bottom of the zone, and that's right where these Auburn hitters want it, is they're hitting them right back where they came from, right up the middle.
Make sure it's in the window.
And getting some well-needed insurance for Hannah.
3 balls, no strikes, walks her. Pitch that runs inside and the bases are juiced.
Now her middle infield partner comes up to bat.
Now batting for your Auburn
Shark-infested waters for Supan.
Thornell.
And Kate Thornell, the shortstop, has an opportunity. 0 for 3, but she can unload it here. Shows butt, pulls back, swings. Foul to what? I think she took that one off the foot, possibly.
She's really swinging for the fence, and she's pulling her head out there. She needs to keep it in and maybe drive one instead of trying to pull it out of the park every single time.
Gotta have me now, at all costs. Gotta have me.
Bases loaded, Supan surrounded.
Really sick.
Pulls back the bunt, here we go. Below the knees, count evens up at 1-1. No outs in the inning, 10-5 Auburn leads. Central in the area championship. If Auburn holds on here, they are going to be the area champions. The 1-1 pitch at the shoulders, 2-1.
There we go. You got no spot for him. You got no spot for you. There you go. 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike, nobody out. 3 players on the base paths for Auburn. Supan, high and inside, make it 3-1 to hitters count to Kate Thornell, the shortstop.
Really struggling here. Hey, we'll take a walked-in run. They all count the same. As Auburn has Central doubled up right now, leading 10-5. Hopefully tacking on 1 more after this next pitch.
Right here, Kate. Get back, focus. Here we go.
Thornell with a hitter's count. Here comes the pitch. They walk in a run. And Thornell's headed for first and headed for home is Makaira Thurman.
Nothing easier than that, walking around the bases.
Back-to-back walks for Supan.
Now batting for your Auburn
And this
Tigers,
one's gotten out of hand a little late.
Conway.
11-5 and a 3-run frame as Central's coach comes to home plate. And I think this is going to be a pitching change. Supan is going to be done. She saw some batters. She saw 6 batters in this 6th inning. May not be a change. She's faced 6 batters, still has yet to record an out in her 2nd inning of work. Has walked 3, has given up 3 hits, and has allowed 3 runs. He's going to leave her in. Supan will stay. Supan stuck in the circle with bases loaded. The infield playing in. Corners are in front of their bags. They're trying to stop it at the plate. Conway now will stand in, the catcher. Conway puts this one on the ground at third. Hurt throws home. They got the out at home.
That one she didn't need a tag, so that one was okay.
Force out at home. Fielder's choice. We'll see Conway reach.
Ellie Davis.
Moves everybody over a spot to make room for Conway on the base paths, who will now be pinch ran for.
Oh man, she doesn't get that run.
And look who it is. It's not Coco Doyle, never mind.
Yeah, wait, is it?
It's Kylie Dixon.
Ah, dang. Oh, 'cause she just hit pitch rain for Lang, that's probably why. That ankle injury.
Ellie Davis today, 2 for 2, 2 RBI doubles today, so a grand total of 2 RBIs, and she walked her last time up.
All right.
Low and inside, below the knees, still called a strike, 0-1.
See if we can get at least one more out of this. Take a nice 7-run lead into.
Don't take one in. Don't take one in. Right here.
Davis. Ground ball died in the dirt. Straight to Hurt. Hurt won't go home with it. Recognized there was no play at home and threw over the first in time for the out. And Davis may have fouled that off of her foot because she is limping back towards the dugout.
Don't say anything, we'll take the run.
That is right. RBI there for Davis as she is thrown out at first. So Owsley will come around to score. Over at third is Thornell, and at second is Conway. Runners at second and third now.
And it looks like at the plate they decided to take Liv Nay out and put in Adrian Meadows. Also another senior.
Adrian Meadows, in what will possibly be her last home at bat. Ball gets away at the plate. Attacking home and sliding head first is Thornell. Thornell gets in on the pass ball.
Let's go, Abe.
Conway advances to third. And Adrian Meadows is ahead in the count 1-0. Auburn now leading 13-5.
With another 5 spot.
Lock in, Abe, lock in. Eyes on top. Really. There you go. Make sure there's anyone, Abe. Make sure there's anyone. Really.
The ball's 1 strike, 1 out.
I had you. You trying to end it, ain't you?
Off the inside. Handle. 0-2 on the foul ball.
Right here, Abe. You're all right.
The ball's 2 strikes, 1 out.
Here go, Abe. Go, A1.
Meadows
All right,
fouls it to stay alive yet again.
There you go, Al.
Conway's pinch runner over at third is Dixon.
You're all right.
She is a station away from scoring the 14th run of the area championship for Auburn.
Lock in, Abe. Lock in. There we go.
Supan has given up 5 runs as she strikes out Meadows at the plate for the final out of the 6th inning. Not before a lot of damage is done on the scoreboard. Tigers will plate 5 here, leave 1 stranded. 3 more outs to go to win the area championship. We'll see if Hannah Pitts can close it out on the other side of this break. And against the same team. She had a complete game shutout yesterday against Central. Now she's trying to go for the complete game and get the win 2 days in a row. She's gone 6 innings today, has given up 5 runs on 6 hits, a walk, and 9 strikeouts. As Central has 9-1-2 due up, but Auburn's got the 8-run lead here. Not far from an area championship here on their home diamond. Pitts goes against McKinnon Howard here in groups 1 across the plate, taken for a called strike. Cole Gardner and Braden Gentry for tonight's game on the NFHS network. Howard bunts foul.
See Hannah with a little bit more pep in her step. She put the mask on, throwing a little bit more gas, emptying out the tank for this last inning.
The 0-2 sticks her hands out to foul it away. McKinnon Howard still at the plate. You look at what she's done today. She's 0 for 2, flew out of the 3rd, and grounded out in the 4th. McKinnon Howard bats .416 of the year. Central stashing pretty good hitter at the bottom of the order to try and generate some RBI opportunities for the top of the lineup.
They're going to need a lot more in a few to probably catch up in this one. Needing 8 runs.
Just missing. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, this umpire seems to be a little inconsistent as to when he's calling balls and strikes.
Howard will not go down without a fight right now. Howard will stand back in now. Behind at the count 1-2. Not going down without a fight. Pitts looking for double-digit strikeouts. Can't do it there. Fouled away yet again. Everything is just, she's behind it towards the Auburn dugout.
See if she can get her 10th strikeout of the game and 185th on the season.
Right here, hand.
1 ball, 2 strikes. 0 away, takes. Count goes to 2-2. The 2-2 from Pitts. Curve does come inside, and 3-2.
Right here, right here, right here. Right your hand. Take time.
Full count now. Here comes the pitch. Fouled away yet again, and this is classic battle of pitcher and batter. Tom and Jerry. Pitts looking for the punch out. 3-2, fouled away again. Every time. Borderline a check swing.
Yeah. It's just I don't like that pitch. Let me get it out and play and find what I like.
Incredible plate discipline to be able to do so. Howard in the 3-2 inside, just a tad bit inside, and they walk her.
Wow. Perfectly hits your spot right there. Ball for one more. Another rarity. Hannah giving her second walk of the game. And she's only, that's her 14th, I believe, of the season.
Only the 14th walk of the year, you're right, for Hannah Pitts. McKinnon Howard wins the at-bat. Worked all the way from, I believe, 0-2.
Yeah.
To the top of the order, Kristen White reached base all 3 times.
Kristen White.
Singled twice, smashed one out to center last time up, error out in center field. Got her all the way around to third. Shows bunt, pulls back. Howard will have to go back to first. Still an 8-run lead for Auburn, though. 3 outs away from winning the area championship. They're up 13-5.
Also forgot to mention, it looks like Jaden moved to center and Anson Plant is in right. Because ankle injury to Blaine Johnson.
Good eye, Braden. This one punched into the ground. Pitts snow cones it on the ground. Throws over to Davis, who hustles back into the infield. And there's your first out. 2 more to go. White is retired quickly and swiftly.
Great job fielding position right there.
Advances the runner from first to second, but you don't have outs to sacrifice anymore. There's your 1-3 put out. Garrett Griggs, the shortstop, tripled last time up, also has a double in the ball game. As an RBI. It's 2 for 2 today. Griggs has been on fire in this ball game.
To say the least.
Pitts looking to get Garrett Griggs out for the first time tonight. Scored 2 runs as well. Off the plate, 1-0. Thurman playing up. As Griggs has been a slap hitting candidate tonight.
Right here, right here, right here.
Hustles forward just a tad. Called strike, 1-1.
Hopefully Hannah can get one more to get that 10th strikeout of the game. Double digits again, just like last night, and that 185th strikeout of the year. Maybe she can eclipse the 200 mark over there regionals.
Swings over the top of a dropping pitch, 1-2.
See if she can get it right here.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner over at second. The 1-2 to Griggs, hit on the ground to third. Thurman throws, has got her at first. Davis hauls it in. 2 outs now. 1 more away from an area championship as Howard advances over to third.
Good job by Makara. She was looking at the runner going to third, but she knew it really didn't matter considering they had 8 runs to play with. They got the sure out
Next
first.
up, number 2, Madison Hurt.
Madison Hurt. She had to reach base tonight. She had a sac fly RBI back in the 5th. Struck out the third, sack bunted in the first. You're looking at 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. But does have an RBI to her credit today. Pitts now 1 out away from the complete game. 2 in 2 days for Pitts if she could close it out.
And the area championship.
Showing bunt and taking the strike is Hurt. Missed the bunt entirely.
Let's see if we can end the area championship on a strikeout and give her her 10. Send her off.
Hurts 0-1, bunts this one
There's 2.
inside on her handle down first baseline. Foul 0-2. Down to their last strike.
One strike away from an area championship here.
The final strike potentially of the ball game.
You hear the claps coming from the Auburn sideline over there.
The 0-2. Staying alive.
As they have all night.
Fouls that to the back netting. Pitts will have to wait another pitch.
As the claps start up for a second time over there at Auburn. Pitch.
The 0-2, strikeouts, and Auburn is area champions with the complete game from Hannah Pitts. Into the ball game with 10 strikeouts, gets to double digits to close out the ball game. Madison Hurt retired for the final out. Auburn defeats Central 13-5. Behind Hannah Pitts' complete game, goes the distance, 7 innings, gives up just the 5 runs on 6 hits, 2 walks, and 10 strikeouts. Auburn defeats Central 13-5 to take the area championship. As for my broadcast partner tonight, Braden Gentry, and myself, Noah Gardner, so long until next time, God bless. Tigers win 13-5.
Oh, never mind.
Area 4 tournament, Central of Phoenix City. Champions of the 7A Area 4 tournament, Auburn Tigers.
Alrighty, the Tigers win the Area 4 tournament, a complete sweep, winning 3 straight games. So, what was your biggest thing going into this entire tournament, and how were you all able to accomplish it?
I think our biggest thing was just to focus on playing for each other and to be selfless and just to have fun and just give it all we had, especially for us because it's our last year. And we did it because we played for each other and we just had fun and did our best. So, yeah.
Hannah, how did it feel pitching back-to-back games? And are you tired, or are you just ready to go on to the next tournament?
Honestly, the adrenaline gets going during the games, and I just feel like I can keep going as long as my team has my back.
All right, thank you.
All right, well, best of luck in the regional tournament and the end of your senior season. So that's going to do it. The Tigers are area champions, and that's going to do it for our broadcast this year from AHS Mass Media. I'm Patrick Bingham with Caden Harvey and all of Auburn High School softball. The Tigers are area champions once again.